So this is part 2, and I do apologise for the batteries running out. I always check the batteries, but I think the one I did yesterday, I must have done 2 on those batteries, and I didn't realise. Now we're in the bad sunlight here because I'm right up against this window, and this is where the maxillaria sits. High up here, just minding its own business, and I think that's going to be fine there now. And this is the LC Bermondsey palm, and I've had to do a little bit of strapping with that one. And this one here is the Laelia autumnalis, which I put on this mount just over a week ago, I believe. Now where is it? There. See if it'll focus in. Come on. Just by that pseudobulb there's a new growth. So there we go. Can you see it now? And I do believe that this now likes this new piece of wood. And look at that, it's got all that rest of that wood, so it won't be disturbed again. Hopefully the wood won't rot. And if I put that back up there, and let's see which is the best way to catch the light here. And that's Cattleya perseviliana, of course. And if I come into the windowsill area, which is facing south, and we've got highlight here, I've had to just put a piece of bark, let me see if I can just show you. Just under this one here is Catasetum pileatum, or pileatum, yellow giant, can you see? Just to lift this pseudobulb up. And that's doing wonderfully. This one, what I've done with all of them, I'll bring it in. This is Cycnodes Wine Delight. There we go. It's got that one there, and got this growth here. And I managed with this one to pull it out of its container that I'd planted it in, and I'd got this drinks bottle here. I think orange juice came in it or something, and I managed just to push it down in here. But you see, I've got a water level now, and those roots have got to come down now to get that water level. So we'll just have to see whether this one's got the strength. And if I just put that back there and bring this one, this is the same with this big one. This is a big Cycnodes. Ooh! Tipping the water out, that'll be no good. And look at this pseudobulb, look how that's desiccated. But we've got roots, and I've filled the reservoir up as well. But those roots, there was only that great big one, wasn't there, and there's some emerging. Those roots have got to get down, they've got to come through all this until they reach this level. But that bark will moisten up, and eventually it will penetrate into that sphagnum moss. And then I've left the old roots there, so if need be, it can take up substance from those old roots. But look at that. That's a nice big one, that one is. And let's show you this one. This one I have to be careful with again, because it sits in this little tray, and this tray is always full of water. So where am I going to put this? And this is Fred Clark Aria After Dark, SVO Black Pearl, I believe this one is. And can you see the pseudobulb there? We've got this nice growth, we've got little baby there, and can you see how the there's the water level there, and there's roots somewhere, there's roots penetrating down somewhere, but the water levels managed to penetrate into that sphagnum moss. So this one, hopefully those roots are long enough, and eventually that nice pseudobulb will fatten up a little bit. So that's that one there, and of course that's the Dendrobium thysiflorum. And we've seen up here, that's Haesong Tian Mu, and the big Laelia purpurata there. And, oh, I've put, you won't probably see it up there now, if I just gently move this one along. That's Dendrobium Dawn Marie by Ron Camel, and the Dendrobium famosum, Myanmar. I lost that one, which is very disappointing. And I'll take you through here, and this is the top shelf, of course. And we do take life for granted, I think, at times. It's not till you get older. I mean, I'm in my 70s now, and you get older and then you suddenly realise, well, you know, time's shorter than with what we thought, and we do take life for granted, and friendships and family. And not to be maudlin, of course, but you know, it's times like this when we've got this COVID going around, and it makes you want to appreciate life, because it's very fragile. And we're lucky here because we've got our National Health Service, but not everybody has access to free healthcare. That Dendrobium, can you see that bud? The last bud to open, there. So it's not going to blast. That's Vanda Peaches. And in some ways, because we have free healthcare from birth to death, we do take that for granted, and we shouldn't do, because that's a resource. Although we pay, but pay very little in compared to sometimes what we get back. But anyway, it's just a quiet Sunday, and I thought I'd just make this video, just take you around the areas. That's that nice Phalaenopsis growing bare root now. This is that other Chrysotoxum. Just let me take this the light off here now. I'd forgotten I'd got this light on, and actually I'll switch the humidifier off as well, because that's what's the humidity now? 79%. So there's this Chrysotoxum, Dendrobium Chrysotoxum, and that's doing very well. This is that new growth. So I thought, well, this is doing well, so I'm going to mount those other two pieces. And of course this is Laelia. Is this one Labiata varcerulia? It's got this nice growth here, and I think I showed you all those shells, didn't I? And this is that big Galileo petalum. And I'll show you around here, if it's round here. Look at that, just tucked in there. So, can you see? Is there enough light for you to see it there? And I'm just leaving well alone because I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing with this one. I don't like to poke and pry too much. I don't even know at what point it or at what stage it sends out blooms, but this is that growth that's developed here. That's that one there is Procatavolia Jarak Green Star. Again, you see, doing very well. This has come back from the brink. This is Dendrobium polyanthum, cinnamon primulinum. And that's another one there, you see, that's got the 4 growths. And is this one, what's this one? I'll show you. There we go. So, Bellara. And that one seems to have settled down now. Hopefully those growths will continue. We've got, oh yes, we have 4. There's the other one going that way. And I'll just get the step. So I'm right under this fan now. I don't know whether it's going to make any noise. And this is of course Walkeriana. Doing exceptionally well. There's 1 or 2 leaves fall off. I don't know why they fall off, but that seems to be doing fine. I nearly stood off the step then. Did you feel me jerk? Whew, my life, oh dear, went in front of me then. This is of course Rhyncholalia, Cattleya, Pink Empress. That's that new leaf. And that's the sheath. And we go up here, that's Phalaenopsis Little Zarrow. This is the Epicattleya Alatilio Santa Maria. That's got to bloom for me yet. It keeps growing, but it's never given me a bloom. And of course this is one of the Barkerias. This is Cathy. These get watered every day, but they don't like to stay wet, so they get watered and then they dry out quickly. And of course this is that nice big Phalaenopsis I showed you yesterday, and don't know whether you'll see it in there. Not this root here, but that root there. Looks as though it's starting to break through on that one. And this is Dendrobium. Oh, there's that little flower. Keeps falling out of this little support here. This is Kingianum Berryoda. And I've got that cakey there, but I've got a new growth there. And over here, this is the other Barkeria. Doing very well. It's got a nice growth there. This did shed 1 or 2 of the older leaves, but I think it's settled now. And this big one here, I love this one. This is my Dendrobium gracilicale. And that was its first attempt at a new growth. Not very good. But then, since then, it's grown this one, and it's grown this one. And that one there is Dendrobium plicatile. I'm still trying to save that one. And here we go, Sideria japonica, as I still call it. That's the new leaf for this year. And the roots are doing fine. And that of course is Dendrobium lodogessii. This one is Dendrobium chrysian. That's the one that Roger let me have. 4 little cakeys. One died, but I've got a new growth this year, and that's died on that one, but I've still got 2 growing. And these are the Tolumias. I'm struggling a bit with them, but they're not died yet. That's the other Barkeria, and Whartoniana. There we go. This is that nice one I mounted, the one from Tesco. It's got the 2 roots there, that's that new leaf. And I noticed just today, if I lift that one, there's another root. So that's out of the woods. Now this big one here is out of the woods. And Dendrobium Li Chang Yi Miriam. and I've got roots coming there, and that's really struggled. I've really struggled with that one. And that's of course the little Dendrobium tetragonum in that little piece of wood. This is the nice big Laelia purpurata. Look at those roots. Can you see them? No, I've no worry with this one. No worry at all. Sort of feed it. Sometimes the bark gets stuck on those roots. And this little one here, I've had to mount it. This is Cattleya cincoriana by Lowii. And like you can see, I've struggled with this one. Look at that leaf. Look. And I've mounted this one. Now this one I don't show very often, but this is Cattleya cernua, and presumably, let it focus in now, that's a new growth there, and we've got a new root there, and I thought we'd got another little growth here. Maybe it's just a root. And this one here, this has only got one root. And this is Vanda ampulacea. So it's an ascocendrum. But that's very, very slow. I'm hoping it will survive, but I've no idea. Sometimes they hang on to life, I suppose, like us human beings. And this is my left foot, of course, now. And I do think, so this is Phalaenopsis finleyi. It quite likes this new mount. Can you see? So hopefully, there we go, and then the little root comes all the way down to there. And so some of these are the frags, and there's something definitely coming up in that middle there. What's this one? Is this Grande or Las Varinas? This is Grande. There's definitely something coming up there. I can't see anything coming up that one. When I look down, that's Las Varinas, and this big one, this is M.E.s, and we've got that centre leaf coming up there. Down there is, now which is this one? Garum Weaver. And it's actually doing very, very well, but I'm not sure whether or not there's a centre coming up in that growth there. And there we go, you see, which is that one. And Boltii, is that? Oh, that's Andean Fire. You know, I have a feeling Andean Fire's flowered for me once. So that's it. Now folks, I think you've seen virtually everything. I don't show these very often, do I? That's Pathiopedilum rothschildianum, giant wings Titanic, with its new leaf there. And this is the other one. And this one is Pathiopedilum Colopakingi with a new leaf. So I'm going to take my leave off you now and go downstairs and enjoy the rest of Sunday, and reflect on how lucky we are. We've got this beautiful planet in which we live in, and in which there is so much turmoil, so much bad karma at the moment, instead of, you know, us human beings all pulling together and doing what we should be doing we seem to be at odds at times with one another, and it does upset me because I mean, leadership's got to come from the top. There's that Dendrobium crumenitum, and the only saving grace this has got, can you see that little new cakey forming there? Goodness gracious. Anyway, I'm going to take my leave off you now, and do enjoy your Sunday. As I say, we've got nice warm weather here, and I'm going to move back over here and stand at this point, although you won't be able to see anything because of the light, but you'll see we've got brilliant sunshine outside and a nice day now to go into the garden, have a coffee and be thankful for what we've got, and we mustn't take anything for granted. So thank you for joining me. Take care. Bye bye now.